Well, Shaw, I have to be cleaning and packing because we're going to be going to India in a couple days. But I wanted to do a video because someone asked on YouTube if Láadan is a complete language and if you can express all of your thoughts in it. So it's complete in that it has a grammar that you can use, and there are some more advanced ideas, like you can embed sentences in other sentences. You can make things passive voice, like that's a little bit more advanced than I don't normally write using those techniques at the moment, because I haven't written anything really big. But there is a grammar. You can express yourself in it. But what you'll find is sometimes you're just lacking vocabulary. So here's this dictionary. And the dictionary I have online is from the official website. And sometimes, pretty often, if you're translating something, you'll look up a word and say, oh, this isn't here. Especially, like, I've had to kind of invent some words for technology because there's a word for computer, there's a word for ham radio, but since the language was invented in the 1980s, there's not really like words for internet, email, all of that. Actually, I didn't even see a word for mail, like my outside mail, either. So in the dictionary, if you look up mail, you'll see that there's a note, like I derived a word myself, and I put a note in there like, this is my derivation by RWSS for me, and then how, like, what words I used to build that. And I forgot what I did for mail. Let me look it up real quick. So, for example, there is an official word for computer, which is derived as to and work, like the number 2. Shenehal. So there wasn't a word for electronic, so I just derived to light, shin ith, and like that's noted as kind of unofficial, something I came up with. I also came up with mail. I wrote it as mel is paper, m is travel, and de is talk, so melemede. So from those, I created the word email as electronic travel talk. So paper travel talk, electronic travel talk. Shenethemede for email. And maybe it could be, shortened to like shinde or something like, I don't know, or to talk, shenede, or something else. It's just kind of what people end up using. I also derived like a word for internet as earth network. So thera shenedal. Again, this is 2, and I think this is just network. Or maybe, I think dal means thing, but I'm not sure. This word, I think, is in the dictionary, I think. I didn't double check that. But that's just kind of how you have to derive words. So you might have to derive extra words if you're making something in Láadan. That's why I could put footnotes in things that I translate or write, because not everything is an actual word. It can be very fun to derive it because one of the things about Láadan is thinking about perception. How do you think of something? If you want to, like, for instance, in my Aesop's Fable translation, I translated lion, which isn't in the dictionary. I translated it as sun cat. I don't remember what sun is, but cat is rule. Because that's just kind of what it reminds me of. And for somebody else, it could be something different. It's similar in a way to Tokipona. The way I think of it is like, in Tokipona, how do you describe coffee? Is it bitter water? Is it energy water? Is it, something like that? Or, Tokipona has like a general liquid term, so maybe not water itself, but, bitter drink, energy drink type of thing. My hair's all fuzzy. So yeah, that's just part of the challenge. And if there are more people using Láadan, then we can come up with more words. And that's, according to like Suzette's article on Láadan, you're completely welcome. I mean, you're completely welcome to create new words. She wasn't trying to like make it a proprietary language. Now changing the grammar makes it not Láadan anymore, but adding words, it's still Láadan. And, languages evolve, and, Esperanto didn't originally have a word for internet because it was invented in 1887 or published, whatever then. But, you have to add words. Glot was not a word in Esperanto to begin with, and now it is. And all of that. So you just kind of have to keep using it. So if we have more people using it, we'll come up with words. People will start choosing something common between themselves to mean something. That could be added to the dictionary. If I can put it in the dictionary, or someone else can update the dictionary on the repository. And it can just kind of be built from there. It's just a matter of people using it and using it often enough to kind of come up with a pattern. Like, oh, sun cat always means lion. Or, something else. Maybe lion cat. I think bod is lion. So if you said bod rule, maybe that's a tiger. It's just a matter of kind of how people latch on to a term or how they use it. So yeah. And as far as I know, I don't think there's any idioms currently in Láadan. Like at least in Esperanto, we have mi fajfas pritio. I whistle to that, like whatever. Like I don't care. But again, there's not many people actively speaking Láadan. I don't think there's anyone using it daily. Like I think about it pretty much every day, but I don't use it every day, and I definitely don't talk to people in it every day. So, I guess the best place to start would be the message board and discussing the language there and practicing the language there. Because at least for that, it's asynchronous. You don't have to worry about having someone to practice with at the exact same time, like in a chat room, and just kind of seeing where that goes. So hopefully that'll be good. Now, just as a note, will be gone. I'll be in India for all of February, so I'm not going to be on the message board. Or, I'll be able to check the internet a little bit. So I'll try to check to see if anyone registers, because I have to set you in the member group in order to post in all of the forums and not just the introductory forum. Because spam. Fuck. Hate spam. I hate advertising. I hate all of that stuff. But, just so you know, I'll be in India most of February. So I won't be able to check that as often. But otherwise, hopefully this helped. If anyone else has questions about Láadan, I'll try to post a video talking about it. Or if you want me to translate something, I'll do a translation challenge video to kind of show what my thought process is when I'm translating something. Otherwise, I think I have maybe a few videos queued up, but not a whole lot right now. Okay, well, that's it for now. Thanks for learning about Láadan. I hope this is not backwards when I actually do the video. Bye! Or in Láadan, Avril, which just means later.